The estrogens are there. Our sons are now going to the hospitals now to have their breasts drained. I don't know the technical term, but they're having their breasts drained now. Our little girls are getting breasts at 4 and 5. They're coming on their cycle at 7 and 8. Right. It's because of the estrogen. Men, black men in particular, are becoming Viagra dependent. So we not only deal, but so I encourage you all, be careful. Yes, sir.
What about?
You know what happens to the male chicken? Who's frying up the roosters, right? That'd be a great business in today's world. No, the roosters get eaten by the chickens. That's the rule. They slaughter the male chickens, and the female chickens eat them, which is crazy.
Yeah, listen to what he's saying.
What he's saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
No, I was asking just about chicken, but obviously we eat chicken. So, so what about organic chicken? What about cage-free? You know, that's not homogeneously injected with the estrogen.
It may be better, but it's not optimal. It may be better. It may be a step up. So let's step up on our road to getting better. Because by the time you make that step, and I talk to you about what's going on, you eat the cow, not the bull.
What are we supposed to eat? No red meat, no pork.
You all need to come over to Everlasting Life. I can do a seminar and workshop and talk to you about all of that. But
Wait. Let's get this. Let's do Q&A after because we can do questions all night.
okay. Okay, so we dealt with high blood pressure. Now let's go to diabetes, because everybody and their auntie knows somebody has got diabetes, right? Diabetes as a disease was not even tracked until the late 60s, early 70s. Is that crazy or what? Right. And now we got it like 40 going north. Why? Because the chromium that is so necessary in our diet was removed from our food. Why? Because somebody has an agenda. Okay? The chromium has been removed from our food. Our pancreas needs chromium in order to function. Okay, now let's tell you what you have to do in order to, first off, anytime you have an illness, would you please ask your doctor what it is? And so many people that come to me, I got diabetes. I said, what is it? I don't know. I have high blood pressure. I don't know, I guess it's just pressure. We don't know, right? It's high. We don't even know what the stuff is that we got. I got cholesterol. Well, I got a lot of, I don't know. We don't even know. And we don't know. What's the #1 selling drug in the whole entire world? Weed. Ah! I forgot I'm with y'all today. It's Lipitor. Lipitor is the #1 selling drug on the planet. And if you look at late night television, and me having broken my leg, I've been doing a lot of that. Looking at late night television, there now is an implication between Lipitor and diabetes. You know, what is his name? Mike Slocum, the hammer. If you got, you've been taking Lipitor and now you have diabetes, I can come and whatever, but that's it. There's this connection. Also, another connection. You all see the dialysis clinics growing up in our neighborhood. That's crazy. When do you wake up and say, hold on. Why y'all building new dialysis clinics? Look at the connection between those of us. You said the #1 drug was weed. Man, we used to smoke weed and do whatever. And then we would take that orange juice or that red juice and we would purge it out of our system, destroying our kidneys. Destroying our kidneys.
The weed or the juice?
The juice.
You know you're the police, right?
No. No, you got some weed? Okay, so there are other things that destroy. Look up the connection between lisinopril. People who were on lisinopril, the high blood pressure medication that's supposed to protect your kidneys, and kidney failure. Ask your auntie or uncle if they're on dialysis. Were you ever on lisinopril? Let's just start building the database, because we're about to have a class action suit. Okay, so now let's continue on with diabetes. What should you juice every day if you're diabetic? No. Organic string beans. Organic string beans.
Not just regular string beans.
Well, if you can't get organic, then get the regular. Fresh. Yeah, don't get them out of a can and juice them. So you can't say stuff funny and comedians, they'll be like, that wasn't even funny.
So nothing.
That wasn't even, I know he wasn't trying to say. Right, you got to say it twice. Okay. All right, next is, what did Grandma always give us give us along with what we had that was sweet? There's something that she would always give us along with what we had that was sweet in order to help us process it.
Something salty.
Cinnamon. To help us process the sugar. That's why cinnamon ended up being on the bun. It's not because you like the taste of it. It's because we've been doing cinnamon with sugar since forever to help us process the sugar. And that's what it does. Exercise, the brother mentioned. Yes, ma'am.
Say that one more time. What's the correlation between, are you just talking, cinnamon is a different topic now?
No, cinnamon and diabetes.
Organic string beans.
Cinnamon and diabetes, organic string beans and diabetes, okay? And I mentioned chromium has been depleted from our food supply, so you need a chromium supplement. Chromium picolinate. Yes. Sorry?
Chromium and string beans and cinnamon is in string beans and cinnamon?
No. These are three separate things. Three separate things.
Chromium was for high blood pressure.
Chromium is for diabetes. Yep.
So it's a pill?
Yeah, you would get that in pill form. And do not go to CVS, and do not go to Walmart and Target and Rite Aid expecting to get yourself a good quality vitamin that will, a supplement that's going to assimilate into the body well. It's not going to work. They're not designed for that. You know, don't go to GNC. GNC, which is owned, you all know they had a big spill out in the news. Monsanto owns a portion of GNC. That already lets you know what GNC is. Okay? Monsanto, you need to look up Monsanto. Go to a health food store or come to the source. There's my name and number right there. Right. You look, okay, great. Yeah, everlasting life. And just send me an email and we can do a consultation. I can tell you specifically what you're going to need to start doing, stop doing, and what your expectations should be with regard to getting off of all of the pharmaceutical drugs you're on.
No, I ain't on none.
Good.
No, what I was saying was, where do you get vitamins? Do you sell it in your store?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Express what you just said about taking these natural ingredients to get off of pharmaceuticals. All the pharmaceuticals, you can get off of them naturally. All
right.
of them.
And all would be an absolute term. I don't know that I can say all,
Well,
but most pharmaceutical drugs, you can find in nature the same energy, the same support with regard to biological health. You can find it. And you can do it, and then you're not on it, and then you don't have to deal with the side effects. And some of y'all sold drugs. I can see by your face, some of y'all said for the police officer, don't hold your hand up. Just do the winky winky. Y'all sold drugs back in the day. Remember when we sold marijuana, it was such good news to find out that cocaine was so much more addictive, and you could sell it at a higher price and people would pay for it. So you couldn't wait to upsell somebody on some cocaine, so you gave it to them the first time, right? Because you knew there was going to be a customer. It's the same thing that's happening with the pharmaceutical drug industry. You know, they'll send you a free sample in a minute. The doctor will give you free. Doctors many times are paid to give you free samples. Here, brother. There's a guy who told me, he came to me with 2 weeks to live, prostate cancer. They said, look, there's nothing that we can do for you, whatever. And they said, here's some Viagra, live it out. You know, live the rest of the life out. He's bleeding out of his penis and his rectum.
Damn.
I gave him the instructions of what I would give myself to do. I told him, look, I can't tell you what to do. I'll tell you what I would do. I told him what to do. He's been a customer now for 2.5 years. You hear him on WOL radio. I think he comes on every Friday. But again, these are things that are happening in the midst of us, but nobody's telling us, nobody's sharing it with us. We just believe that we're supposed to get sick and die. We're not supposed to get sick and die. You do not have to get sick and die. See, one of the biggest issues that you all have, and I can't fault you because I got it too. I look just like you. I'm standing in front of this room and I look just like you. And ultimately, that becomes the biggest barrier to you all accepting the information that I'm sharing with you. Even though you might say it out your mouth. No, brother, I'm with you. I believe you. Now, but when you go for services, let me go. There's no offense, brother, but let me go over here because the ice is a little cold over there. That's all that has happened to us. We now don't believe it when it comes from me. I've done lectures and workshops where I take a white face and I'll put it in front of me, and people will come up and tell me at the end of the lecture that during the time you had, his name is Dr. Scott Whitaker, during the time you had Scott Whitaker's face in front of you, your words were more believable. I said, ain't that something? But that's how we've been programmed. Because see, I'm coming to you, I ain't got nothing to gain from you being sick. You know, and as we again talk about side effects, I got a restaurant without side effects. I'd love for you to come there, but you can do that on your own. You cook healthy food at home.
Yes.
You can go to the restaurant, to the grocery store and get yourself some fruits and vegetables, because that's all I fix, is fruits and vegetables at my restaurant. You can do that at home. And the issue becomes, again, what's the agenda? So we have to begin to erase some of the things that we've been conditioned to believe and put this in proper order. Yes, ma'am.
She's from India, and she brought me gooseberries or it's a green. You ever heard of it?
Gooseberries?
I don't know if I'm saying the right word.
Like goji.
No, goji is red.
No, it's a green berry. It's got a real bitter kind of taste to it.
No, doesn't ring a bell, but I'd love to learn about it. Send me an email.
It has all kinds of stuff, but she said it has stuff for diabetes.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there for diabetes. There's a lot of stuff out there for cancer. You don't have to die from cancer. You don't know what cancer is? We don't even know what cancer is. The minute we hear cancer, you think, oh man, lights out. Each of us gets cancer at least 10 times over the course of our life. But guess what? If you go for screening during the time when it's present, they're going to say, gotcha. Looks like we got something and it looks malignant. Well, you've had it 4, 5, 6 times since he found it. But your body has been dealing with it. And what is the cure for cancer? Does anyone know?
Alkaline.
A strong immune system. And what works against our immune system more than anything else? The awful diet, especially the sugar. 3 teaspoons of sugar shuts down your immune system for an hour. You start consuming sugar the minute you wake up with the toothpaste you use. The cran apple spray juice that you drink. Then the cereal that you get that's already pre-sweetened, but you gotta add some more. Then on your way to work, you gotta go by the 7-Eleven and get the cinnamon bun. And you don't want that one over there. You want this one over here. No. No, that one right, yeah. Because it's got more cinnamon. It's got more sugar. And it's bigger than the other ones. You put those cookies down, bro. And then after you get that and you go through that high, then you come back and you got to get you a mocha latte frappuccino, which is full of sugar. By the time you got into work, you consumed as much as 60 teaspoons of sugar. Y'all do the math. You remember the number, right? How many hours is your immune system shut down for then?
120.
20 hours.
Get that spaghetti pie out of here, brother.
When your immune system doesn't work right because you find yourself with itchy eyes and you got a little bit of hay fever or you got whatever allergies you think you might, that's just because your immune system can't respond because you've destroyed it with the sugar. Then what you take is an immune suppressant. Until the last 10, 15 years when America's been going over to the west coast of Africa, why didn't they have high blood pressure?
Right. But they were our first ancestors.
Right. And we got it over here. We got it over here because of the lifestyle. We have to be more mindful. Yes. And I'll say a couple of things in closing, but again, I'm very thankful and honored to be able to share with you something I'm very passionate about, and that is our collective health and well-being. And I don't care who I'm talking to. I talk to white folks, red folks, black folks. It doesn't matter. I talk to them because I want us to get this right. I'm against those who are destroying your health. And I mean it. I'm your enemy's worst enemy. I want to do everything I can to protect you. So as we think about the work that I'm doing, and we think about the fact that we're seeing the planet losing more and more of us, because we're dying faster than any other race family on the planet. And And just one other point that I want you all to be mindful of. I told you what the most sold drug is. Do you all know what the highest or the #1 category of drug is sold in the world? The #1 category of drug. You would think it would be painkillers, but it's not. Nope. It's digestive aids.
Yes, I believe.
And the reason why it's digestive aids is because we're consuming stuff that we shouldn't be consuming.
Right.
Stop consuming for the tongue and consume for the heart and the liver and the kidneys and the spleen, and brothers, you know, and sisters, you know, start consuming for the health and well-being of the body. That's my contact information. I greatly appreciate you all allowing me this opportunity. I'll take another question. Yes, sir.
Any suggested reading?
Ah, wow, I should have brought my book. But my book is called The Keys to Mastering Nature's First Law. What's nature's first law?
Nature's first love.
Law.
Survival.
We all should know nature's first law. It's self-preservation. We all should know first law is self-preservation. If water raises up in this room, we're going to get out of here, right? If the building caught on fire, we're going to get out of here. If everybody in our neighborhood is getting sick because of something they're doing, we're going to stop doing what we're doing. Let's stop. Thank you.